Why do a 1031 exchange? Well, there's actually a number of very good reasons. The most specific one that most people focus on is they don't want to pay the tax. Actually, I believe that gain deferral or not paying the tax alone is not a good enough reason to do a 1031 exchange. I've seen transactions where people sell a very good performing relinquished property, but then make a poor choice on a replacement property. I can assure you it's better to pay the tax than to make a poor choice in real estate. So what are some of the different reasons? Well, you can move property geographically from one location to another. You may have lived in Texas for a while and now moved to Georgia, and you can move your investment property that you bought in Texas to the state of Georgia, close to where you live, without having to pay any tax. Another reason is many people like cash flow and they may own something like land. You don't get any cash flow on land, so you can sell your land, buy an income-producing property, and get a better return on your equity. Also, it allows you to consolidate investments if you choose. You may own multiple properties in multiple locations. If you manage those properties yourself, that can be challenging. So you can sell the multiple properties. Yes, you can sell 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 properties and combine all those proceeds together and buy one replacement property. A common one that we get is people already own a variety of rental properties, manage them themselves, and they're really tired of the management hassles, the trash, the toilets, and the tenants. So what they would like to do is to sell those management-intensive properties and consolidate that into a larger investment like a triple net lease where the tenant takes care of all maintenance, repairs, pays the property taxes, they take care of everything. We call it a mailbox management type of asset. Sometimes people thought they were going to get a good return, cash flow wise, on one of their properties and have found out it hasn't turned out quite so well. So you don't have to just convert from non-cash flow property to cash flow property. Sometimes you're just looking for a better return on your equity. Another reason to do a 1031 exchange is to pass along more wealth to your estate, to your family, to your kids. At death, you get a step up in basis. So if you've built this equity, this amount of value in your assets over time, if you sell that just before you pass, then you'll actually have to pay the tax. If you continue to own those investments and they go into your estate, then your estate again gets this step up in basis, which means all the tax consequences go away. That's important to a lot of people. You know, the good thing about a 1031 exchange is that you get to defer the gain, but one of the challenges many people face is they'd like to have some of that cash, some of the money that they put into their investment originally. Another reason to do a 1031 exchange is to exchange into a replacement property that's easily refinanceable or financeable, and then post-exchange, put financing on the property and pull the cash out. That money is tax-free. You know, sometimes people want a replacement property that has some unique characteristics, like they want to move into it and use it as their own office. So you can do something called a construction exchange or a build-to-suit, where you can sell your relinquished property, use the proceeds to buy a lot, build improvements on that lot, and end up with exactly the replacement property that you want. Yes, the 180 days can be a little challenging, and this transaction is done a little differently, but is a great reason to consider a 1031. But we haven't got to the most important one. You know, when Einstein was posed with the following question, what's the most powerful force in the universe? His answer was compound interest, or at least people purport that was his answer. So why is it so powerful? Look, if you take a penny and you double it every day for 31 days, it turns into $10 million. Now on day 2, that's only worth 2 cents. And on day 3, it's only worth 4 cents. So the time value of money with compounding actually allows you to build a lot of equity, a lot of wealth over time. But it does take time. So I believe the main reason to be doing 1031 exchanges is to build wealth. I think and hope you found this information helpful. And remember, at Atlanta Deferred Exchange, we help you maximize the benefit of your exchange transactions.